2 cybernetics cores spinning, so this is completely all in carriers from Cal. I see 1 carrier popping right there already. So let's see if Flash has scouted this. I didn't see a large number of Goliaths out for Cal. There's a sign that says, coming soon, carrier ownage. So the more carriers coming out for Cal. He has 3 Stargates, I believe 3 or 4 Stargates pumping, ready to go, but now he needs to commit his entire ground army to protecting his bases. He's got to protect every single base right now and just nullify these attacks from Flash, because Flash's attacks on bases can be very scary. But throw all of your troops at this Cal. Gotta make sure that Flash cannot push into one of these bases and take them down while he's expanding over at the 9 o'clock position. So Cal's going to take the entire top half of the map, and at this point he really has to, because he's committed so many minerals. Another Stargate coming up for him. He's committed so much to these carriers that he's not going to have a huge ground army out there to deny bases any longer. We're not going to see a lot of huge recalls. There is another recall coming in from him. Oh, recall before the MP. Looks like Cal is smart. He knew that Arbiter was going to be EMP'd, so he just decided to recall on the high ground here to see if he can get any damage done up here, but it looks like he's not going to be able to. Flash has amassed a huge army on the ground, and Flash actually has a higher supply count than Cal at the moment. I don't think it's going to stay that way with the carriers coming out like this. Now I see 3 Goliaths out for Flash. So I think all 4 Goliaths, I think he scouted the fleet beacon and all the Stargates pumping, so I think he might be prepared for these carriers. Oh, this is going to be such a tight timing window right now, because Cal, he's completely committed to this, but yeah, Flash is definitely scouted an offensive recall right into the middle of the map to take down as many Goliaths as he can. Cal got to focus on those Goliaths. Take out the Goliaths, because Flash knows about these carriers now. He scouted them. He's ready for them right now. And, wow, Flash doing a very scary push, a bunch of different prongs from this push. He denied the 9 o'clock base over there, so now I think he's going after the 3 o'clock. He's going after the natural expansion of the 2 o'clock. So, okay, here comes Cal with this huge carrier fleet. Let's see if he has enough interceptors to make this count, though. He's been just basically amassing interceptors, getting those ready for the big attack, and Flash is completely prepared with Goliath as he takes down one of Cal's bases. Looks like Cal didn't really have an answer for that base up at the 2 o'clock position. He might even lose his complete 2 o'clock area if he's not too careful here, doing some zealot bombs. Very smart play from Cal. And I could tell from Flash's face that he is really panicking. Cal is really taking him the distance right now. But, wow, just such good play from Flash. Look at that. There was a single Dark Templar in there, and he had the presence of mind to scan and get rid of it. Absolutely ridiculous. So I think that Flash is going to be able to take out that 2 o'clock base. I don't think Cal really has an answer to that right now. And he's actually taking out the 3 o'clock, too. So, wow, Flash could get this done with this attack right now. So Cal really got to make use of his carriers right now. He's got to harass bases, get rid of command centers. It looks like he is taking down the 8 o'clock command center, but really he's got to hurt Flash. He's got to hit Flash where it hurts right now, hit him on his mining bases. He still has that natural expansion down at the 8 o'clock position, so he's got to focus all of his carriers to that, I think. Still 2 cybernetics cores spinning, so this is completely all in. If Cal can't get it done with these carriers, he's not going to be able to get it done, period. Because he's switched completely away from a ground army, which is really hurting him right now, I have to say. Not having a ground army out there to deal with these attacks is taking down all of his mining bases. There's 12 o'clock in danger now, too. And Flash looks like he's repairing his command center, trying to keep that from going down. He knows how important that is right now to keep his bases, because he's getting so much base damage done. He took out the 3 o'clock position. He took out 2 bases at the 2 o'clock. And I think he took out the 12 o'clock. So Flash took down 4 bases with that attack, and Cal didn't have an answer to it at all. Just hovering around with his carriers, trying to harass. It looks like he missed an opportunity to protect at least one of those bases with his remaining ground troops. I'm not exactly sure where all of his ground troops went. I know he had some Dragoons out earlier, but now he's all carriers against a Flash that's in the know. Flash, look at all these Goliaths from him. This is actually going to be a pretty close battle now, because there's a lot of Stargates out. So just carriers, constant carriers from Cal might be enough to tackle this. But it looks like he isn't even pumping from them anymore. Taking out those 4 bases Wow. I don't think that Cal can support all the Stargates he put down. So it looks like Cal just lost the sense of mind to protect at least one of those bases to keep the production in. And you can see it on Cal's face right now. He's thinking, well, uh, I lost half of my bases, well, 3/4 of my bases, and I have a bunch of carriers now. So carriers still very good at tackling pretty much anything. But let's see if these carriers can get it done. Plenty of carriers out for Cal, but he has no production on any of these Stargates. Look how many Stargates he put down. Cal was banking on the fact, ironically, banking on the fact that he would have a huge amount of minerals coming in from those other bases, especially at the 2 o'clock and the 3 o'clock. And he has an Arbiter out to protect those carriers, so that's something for him at least. But man, Cal, such a great little timing window there from Flash. He had such a small window to get some damage done, take that out before a large number of carriers could defend one of those bases. He just kept Cal down at the 8 o'clock position, running back and forth with those carriers. Just such impressive play from both players right now, I have to say. Cal made a major mistake not protecting those bases, though, because he's not going to be able to support any more carriers. This army that he has out in the map right now is all he's going to have for the remainder of this game, I think, because he's distance mining from the 12 o'clock. He doesn't even have enough minerals to throw down another Nexus. He can't afford it with the amount of interceptors he has to buy. But he's coming in, trying to get some harassment of that natural expansion of Flashes. But still, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get this done. I mean, a large number of carriers usually can destroy anything, almost anything. But the amount of Goliaths that Flash has out in the field right now might be able to get this job done for him. You see, he's not mining over this expansion, but he's still put his entire force over here. Look at the amount of troops that Flash has. He has 186 population over Cal's 99. So Cal looks like he's going to try to cut off the jugular a little bit down here, trying to kill some of those production buildings. But even killing the production buildings, I don't think he'll have enough to tackle the Goliaths. Oh, the recall. A recall away. And I was actually thinking about this the other day. The word recall, it means to call back. So Blizzard's their plan was to have recall be a defensive measure, get your troops out of harm's way, which it's usually used to throw them into harm's way now, but as you saw, the interceptors actually ran back. They couldn't be recalled, so the interceptors ran back to the carriers. That was kind of ridiculous from Cal. It looks like he just wanted to take out this base, keep Flash running back and forth. But Cal, I don't think he's going to be able to break this. There's the sigh from Cal. Unfortunately, didn't quite have the right game sense in the middle of that game to know how to carry through with the strategy. I think he had the right strategy. He got a lot of bases over Flash. He just wasn't able to defend any of them. He could have used his carriers to defend, definitely, even though that Flash had scouted the carriers coming his way. Just using those carriers to defend one of those bases, or maybe two of those bases, or all of them, would have definitely kept Cal in this game, kept his carrier production up. That would have helped him take down the bases, but it looks like Flash is going to take this one. Flash is going to definitely stay in this OSL, and he's at least guaranteed. Well, he's not guaranteed to move out, but there is a chance of a tiebreaker. That's the lowest thing that Flash could get at this point, is a tiebreaker. So Flash got to be happy at this point. He snipes all of the interceptors with those Goliaths, and this is just astounding play. I gotta shake my head. I don't know how he does it. Flash, you're amazing. So there's the GG from Godzilla. And poor Cal. At least you have 2 wins, 1 loss, 2. So he's tied up with Flash in this group. Very impressive for Cal. Very impressive play from both players in that game. I think that was one of the best games of the OSL so far. So I wonder if the next match can top that. We'll see. I'm going to move on to Group B.